Welcome to the Holistic Health Bites podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Nicholson, crime scene investigator turned functional health investigator. This podcast is here to share bite-sized episodes and unique interviews on a wide variety of health topics to empower, enlighten, and educate you to live your best, most vibrant life. Disclaimer: all information you hear on this podcast is for information only and constitutes individual opinions of the person speaking. This should not be taken as medical advice. Being a listener of this show does not initiate a practitioner-client relationship between you and the hosts or panelists on this show. Please discuss these topics with your medical professionals before making any changes to your health. Okay, let's dive in. How to have a healthy liver. We've talked on this podcast before about fatty liver, but today we're just going to talk about liver in general. What do you know about your liver? Do you even know for sure where it is? Can you name 3 things that it does for you? Most people can't name anything beyond detoxification. Most of us really don't think about our livers unless something goes wrong with it. But don't overlook it. Nearly 25% of the population is currently diagnosed with fatty liver. It's time to wake up and pay attention to your liver. Most of the cases today are not alcohol related, but are due to poor diet. This vital organ gets overlooked, but we can't live without it. So a little bit more about your liver. Your liver sits in the upper part of your abdomen above your stomach, at the bottom of your rib cage on the right side. It's the largest solid organ in the body, typically weighing about 3 to 3.5 pounds, variable by body size and weight. It's triangular or kind of wedge-shaped, and it's about the size of a football. Your liver is so much more than detox. It basically processes everything you consume or everything that enters your body. Yes, it does filter your blood, about 22 gallons per hour. But it's not just filtering. It's performing over 500 functions critical to your health as it does that filtering. Some of the liver's vital activities include, yes, detoxification. It breaks down and removes toxins and other harmful substances that then go on to the kidneys for further processing and elimination in the urine. It's also vital for digestion. This is part of your gut. The liver produces bile that ultimately gets stored in the gallbladder that is used for breaking down fat in the small intestine so that it can be properly absorbed. This also aids in protein absorption. It's vital for metabolism. The liver is converting food into usable energy, stores vitamins and minerals, and it regulates amino acids, produces and recycles cholesterol. It has so many functions related to how well your metabolism is working. It's also critical for blood sugar regulation. This is where it's breaking down carbohydrates into the individual glucose components and storing those glucose all chained together as glycogen that can then be used for later use. And also for your microbiome. Bile produced by the liver maintains a healthy level of the microbes in your small intestine. So it plays so much more than simply detoxification. So what can we do to help your liver be optimal? The liver, frankly, takes a beating on a daily basis in modern life. Toxins, chemicals, artificial ingredients, cosmetics, alcohol and other drugs, prescription and over-the-counter, as well as supplements, and on and on. These factors can impact the liver and interfere with its ability to carry out the functions you depend on for your health and comfort. Symptoms that your liver could use a boost include abdominal discomfort, frequent indigestion, nausea, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, fatigue, brain fog, skin issues, cholesterol imbalances, even greasy stools, just to name a few. Now, the good news is there are relatively simple things you can do to boost your liver health. Think about what goes in. Topping the list, of course, is not surprisingly your food. Everything you put in your mouth, including foods and drinks. So we really want to focus on eating whole, real foods, avoiding processed foods. Consider reducing or eliminating alcohol and other drugs. Include fermented food in your diet. Not only does this support your healthy microbiome, but it also promotes the release of the bile and provides vital nutrients that you need for proper detoxification. You can also use things like herbs and spices like oregano, sage, rosemary, garlic, cinnamon, curry powder, and cumin. Also, I really want you to pay attention to the products that you're using in the rest of your life. Personal care products get absorbed and they still have to be processed by the liver. Cleaning products, fragrances, and everything in your environment that you inhale also matters. Monitor your medications, even over-the-counter options and supplements. If you don't have to take something, don't. Pay attention to acetaminophen, NSAIDs, antibiotics, and prescription drugs, all of which have serious potential to damage the liver if they're not used correctly or if they're used too frequently. Supplements can also be harmful if they're unnecessary, overused, or of poor quality. Supplements can actually be helpful as well for liver health. Clinical research has shown that adding certain botanicals like milk thistle and artichoke leaf, as well as bile acid derivatives, can help support a healthy liver function. So the bottom line is take care of your liver. And fun fact to wrap this episode up, did you know that your liver can regenerate itself? No other organ can do that. If up to 70% of your liver is removed or damaged, it can regrow to its full size and function within weeks. This is definitely the superhero of organs, so take care of it. Until the next, be well and vibrant. Thanks for being a faithful listener to the podcast. Did you get value from listening to this show? I'd love it if you left me a review on this podcast so that others can more easily find this valuable information. Did you know I also work one-on-one with clients and my practice is entirely virtual? I approach solving health challenges like I approached solving crimes, by conducting a thorough investigation into your case. Sadly, hundreds of millions of people in the US have poor metabolic function, insulin resistance, prediabetes, and diabetes, and the vast majority have no idea because their doctors aren't looking in the right places. I'm here to fix that without unnecessary medications. If you struggle with low energy, stubborn weight, hypertension, sleep disturbances, or any other undesired symptom, and you want a natural, lasting approach to correcting the problem rather than masking symptoms, apply to work with me. The link is in the show notes.